All right.
Guys, welcome back to the podcast.
All right. Friday the 13th. We got a special topic for you today. Let me pull up the notes here. So we're going to be hitting a bunch of stuff. Aliens, UFOs, artificial intelligence, and tech.
Heck yeah.
Going forward. So why are we talking about this? I went down a rabbit hole the other day watching these type of videos. But before we get started, I want to get your opinion. What do you think about aliens and UFOs? For real. Like, have you ever thought about it? Or like, nah, I've never.
Have
you ever watched anything about it? Or just like...
Yeah, on History Channel they used to do those programs where it's like discovering the alien. Like
Bigfoot.
Yeah, what kind of extraterrestrial life is out there? And I think after watching E.T., it kind of opened up the avenue for learning more about that. But I don't know, there's always a bit of skepticism because you see these alien figures and it looks so fake.
Yeah. Or the videos or the stories that people tell. See, that was me. I'm interested in it, but I've always watched those and you see the people and they're just like, I got abducted and that was the light that got me and the next day I woke up with a beard and just like, not to discount them, but it just sounds so just like false, like fake, like they're just trying to, get attention. And so you don't know whether it's like true or if it's like they're just BSing for the story. And that's kind of where I was. But now it's like, as technology is progressing and you start to realize how vast the universe is, like there's so much crap out there that it would almost be naive to say that nothing's out there. Like to say that we're the only thing in the entire universe is like, that's dumb. There's so much space, time, there's so many planets like ours, there's so many things. So it's just an interesting thing that I was thinking about and just watching videos about, like, they always say, do you think aliens have visited Earth? Have you ever heard of like those type of things? Like Egypt, or they helped civilizations.
Like the alignment of the pyramids is like...
Yeah, it's all mathematical and it's all, triangulated. I don't know about... I mean, is that real? I've never really looked into that.
The way the pyramids are made, like the ones in Giza, that's like very symmetrical to like the Earth's. Like the way it rotates around 365 a year, they were able to like do the math to make it exact, like right there. But with aliens helping them, that's where it gets like really trippy.
Like, what would happen for real if Trump literally tomorrow comes out and says, hey, listen, I just got these documents. There are aliens, little Martians. They're in Area 51. I'm going to release video documents. Like, what would happen? People will go crazy, wouldn't they? Like, I don't think there is, but I don't know, man. It's really fascinating. And then again, what if you had an experience, like a UFO or an alien, and you tried to tell somebody about it? They think you're crazy. They would never believe you. So it's almost like, man, I don't... It's kind of a weird...
Yeah, you'd have to really experience... It's like those people that die for a bit and come back.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't... Well, the thing is, about those, Ryan, I'll tell you as a medical person, you can't die. Once you die, you die. You can't come back. Like, there's no... That's not real. They don't really die. Once you die...
I see the light.
Yeah, you're not dead. They're like, like my dad, when he had his heart attack, he was like, I died and I came back. And I was like, dude, if you die, you die. You cannot come back. Once your heart stops or your brain stops getting oxygen, it's good night, Vienna. There's nothing... It's not like, oh, we're gone for 2 seconds. Like, that's not a real thing. That is not medically accurate. But people have had like near death experiences where they see crazy visions, and not to get in like crazy into detail, but they're having DMT trips, which your brain produces before you die, and apparently it's your brain's coping mechanism with dying. It's easing you into that. And ladies and gentlemen, Ryan and I are going to try DMT one of these days. Guaranteed. And I can't wait. Ryan's gonna watch the first time.
Yeah.
But you're gonna do it.
I'll be a spectator, just kind of cheering you guys on,
watching us, filming. But you're going to do it, even if I have to slip it into one of your burritos. But yeah, okay, yeah, so aliens, UFOs, it was just an interesting... I mean, the real more one I think that affects us is artificial intelligence which Ryan and I have actually touched on a podcast before.
Yeah, if you guys scroll back a few weeks ago, we went pretty deep in the future of AI and how it'll help us, live our daily lives. And
or just like, what about like the consequences of that, like displacing jobs, or just do you think, have you ever thought about this at all? Do you think aliens, Jesus man, I'm on this alien kick. Artificial intelligence, like, and humans will fuse in our lifetime? Do you think there will be some kind of symbiosis?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think it will be? Like eyes? You think it'll be like hands? What do you think?
Well, I've looked a little bit at that Neuralink thing that Elon's building right now, and it's like a straight like circuits up into your brain from like your limbic system or something. And he's working. It's called Neuralink. He's working on.
I thought that was the internet thing.
So there's, I think,
Neural Net, is that what it, or Neuralink? That's the.
I think it's Neuralink or NeuroNet. It's one of those, but
okay.
He's making it where, like, on the JRE podcast, he was like, machines and humans will one day
be connected. That's the next thing.
Yeah, and he's behind a lot of that. So it's.
Would you ever do that?
I don't know. That's.
Like, if they were like, we can put these eyes in you, the artificial intelligence eyes, you will have 22 vision. You'll be able to see crazy things up close. You'll be able to zoom in. You'll never have an issue. You'll be able to see in the dark. I don't know, man.
Thing is, like, who's controlling the circuits behind that? Because obviously there's probably some computer mainframe that manages all the data. That's because you're like a living, breathing person, but then there's the circuits that are working with you. Like,
do they need updates? Do you need to? Can you get hacked? Can they project something over your eyes and make you think you're seeing something? Like, that would be pretty crazy.
Like I'm all about, like, I'm a huge Elon fan, but I just need to do a little more research
on this. Yeah.
And this happening. I think next year, like, the first trial people will be wearing.
I was just gonna say, are they doing trials now, or they're getting ready to?
I think they're getting ready to.
So in our lifetime, there's gonna be some of this stuff.
Yeah. Let me check this out. I think it's Neuralink.
Yeah, it was just an interesting, like. What about? Do you think? I mean, I guess it's probably yes. In our lifetime, do you think tech will displace a lot of people's jobs?
Oh, heck yeah.
Like, that'll be a real thing?
That's where Yang is kind of coming in with, the whole $1,000 check because...
UBI?
Because a lot of, like, the strength of this country was all about manufacturing jobs, factory jobs, auto plant, and that's all kind of just dying out. Little by little, everything is made in China and India. Just a lot of, like, the blue collar jobs are just going away 100%. And I think they said one of the last white collar jobs that'll be around is engineering. If you study any of, like, computer engineering, you'll be, like, the last to get.
What about coding or tech? Anything?
Yeah, coders and engineers will be some of the last.
Is that why they say, like, trades jobs are so, like, valuable now?
Yeah,
because most people don't know how to do, like, plumbing. Electrician. That's interesting. It's just in our lifetime, dude, something like this is going to happen. Like, we're going to have to deal with this, or artificial intelligence, the singularity, which is when artificial intelligence is smarter than the human. And what if they decided to, like, take over, or something happened, or somebody got the tech and tried to use it as in a bad way? And we're like 80, and we're like, oh, fuck, man. The aliens are coming, like, the robots are coming. What do we do? That's going to be a trip, man. And Elon thinks we're in a simulation, too. Which I don't fully understand, but that's a whole nother...
That's a whole nother JRE podcast right there. Yeah. For him to come back on, but...
Yeah, it was just interesting. Like, there's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on that it's like I never pay attention to. Like, my daily life, I'm never thinking about UFOs and aliens and AI. And then you stop and you watch a couple things, and it's like, dang, man, this is going on now, and this is going to affect us in the future. It's just a weird.
I think some of the coolest stuff is, like, the stuff where at a point, maybe in, like, 30, 40, 50 years, like, they can save your consciousness, so your body will die, but then they can, like,
Put your consciousness in something else?
Yeah, you can take a whole new body that they'll grow.
Thus, theoretically, immortality, essentially?
Something like that, yeah.
Just consciously wise?
Like, your brain will stay intact, but you'll have a whole new body that they'll...
That's crazy, if they could do that somehow. How would that work, though? Then you come back as what?
Almost like maybe...
Are you still Ryan, or it's just your consciousness? And then are you actually a person?
Maybe they take part of your cells, or maybe some stem cells, and they put in a petri dish. They grow it. They
grow you.
They grow you, like, and then they make a whole, like, a flesh version of you.
What?
Yeah. Like, remember in the cartoons where you used to see the brain in the little, like, tests in the tube floating around in this jelly kind of stuff. So our brains would almost kind of be floating there, and then they would recreate our bodies in a test tube. But
so what would we? So we wouldn't come back as babies though. They'd have to grow us to like a adult form. Yeah. You can't just put our big brain into a baby. That wouldn't. Whoa.
Yeah, they'd have to reconnect like all your connections again, spinal cord,
everything.
Everything.
The crazy thing is, you could only do that for so long because at some point, the sun will explode and our galaxy will not be here anymore. That's why colonization is so important. Whoa. That's crazy. In like a couple hundred years, there could be people who just try and get to different galaxies or solar systems. I can't talk about this stuff at night, man, because it freaks me out, dude. It really does. It's a trip, man.
Yeah, the next like
50 years, 10 years.
Yeah. Will be very, very different than it is now. Like we're like on the verge of going like into a whole other realm of AI and syncing that up with like living human beings, make us like this bionic kind of
super next level.
Yeah.
But then will people even be able to afford that? Will only the rich have access to that?
It's probably going to be for like the wealthy at the beginning, and then through a long time it'll trickle down to everyone else.
If even gets to that. I saw a new thing. What do you think about like video cameras in the house? I think we've maybe talked about it just briefly. What do you think about that? Is it weird? Is it you're interested? Not interested?
Maybe like a outside the front door kind of thing.
So I'm not interested in it at all.
Yeah,
but
I remember you saying your sister has like the Nest all over and
all
stuff.
in the house.
I think maybe so the front door because you never know who's outside. Mm-hmm. But in terms of like in every single room watching where like I think that's too much.
I was watching the podcast yesterday and it was literally they were like within 5 to 10 years they're predicting that there will be zero privacy. Like you won't have any privacy anywhere. Like, it doesn't matter where you go, someone will be able to watch you. They might not be watching you, but they might be able to.
Damn.
So it was just crazy. Like, and then they were talking about actually that Ring, that doorbell thing, because I actually thought that was a good idea, to have the camera on your doorbell to see whoever comes up to it. And what they're doing now is Ring partnered with 400 police departments.
Oh, I heard about that.
You saw that?
Yeah.
So they partnered with a bunch of police departments, and then it was, the police were like, oh no, we'll never use it unless somebody comes, someone breaks in, then we'll use the footage. But it's like, what's to stop them from just turning it on at any moment and watching you?
That's
like,
true.
They literally could do that at any moment. And then where does that stop?
It's just opening Pandora's box.
Yeah, little by little.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
where it's no privacy.
But this is the craziest thing, I guess maybe just for our generation. It's like, it's weird, it's scary to us, but like your brother and sister's generation doesn't bother them.
Yeah, no.
They have such a different view of, they're just like, that's cool, I don't care if someone's watching, I'm not doing anything. Or it seems like they don't understand like what it means to give up your privacy. They're just like, cool, it's technology, it's more convenient, I'm down. You know what I mean? It's just weird how just a few years like the outlook changes. Like, I definitely don't want it. I'm good. I don't want any of those cameras. I don't want anybody watching.
Zuckerberg was like the first to really push, because like Facebook was all about take all your data, mm-hmm. and like they store it in the mainframe. They learn more about you, and then they sell it off.
I was saying, and then come to find out, they were selling it, and people were making billions of dollars off the information. Cambridge wasn't one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really a forefront about exposing everything about you.
I mean, the thing is, like, this is probably, I mean, we might have to edit this out. I'm not saying I don't blame him, but if someone was offering you billions of dollars, like, hey, just give us your users' information, we just want to know where they're looking, I bet you everyone and their mother would be like, oh, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? Like, you'd sign that away no problem for that much money. And I think that's what he did. He didn't. He just saw the money. He didn't care about privacy or anything.
Yeah, when investors come in and stockholders and they're like, hey, like, we want to shoot this thing all the way to the top. Like,
you just give us access to what they're looking at, the sites, where they're from. Give us access to their cameras. And we'll pay you $6 billion. Where do I sign? That's probably how it goes. It's weird where it's going to be in 5-10 years. Because even now, you go online and we're talking about something, all of a sudden you get an ad for it. Or you're looking at something, then you get an ad for it. Like, what's it going to be in a couple years? Could you imagine if we were talking about, like, man, I really want to buy a GoPro Hero 4. And then all of a sudden you have a web page open up and it's in the cart, ready to check out. Like, please use your thumbprint. You can check out now. Like, how crazy would that be?
That's exactly what the sellers want. They want it to this as fast as possible to make you check out, buy their products.
Impulse.
Damn, people with not a lot of self-control in the future, there's no hope for them.
I mean, there's even problems now. You hear the stories, like, it's not really, like, intentional, but you hear the parents that are like, freaking one-touch pay. Like, my son just bought $500 worth of Candy Crush gems or something. Because it's just so easy, so easily accessible.
Amazon's perfected that. Just like, we're good.
My grandma even knows how to do that. Like, the other day, she was like, I need to order a couple books, and what else did she order? She ordered, and a movie, I think. And I was like, yeah, she's like, I added it to the cart. When I checked out, I put my thumbprint on, and I clicked place order. And I was like, did you check to make sure what card it was charging? Oh, yeah, it has my card on there. And it was like, dude, my grandma's like one-touch pay on Amazon, dude. It's kind of crazy.
Back when they had to drive miles to the store or walk miles and, just...
No, it was just like, dude, if you didn't have it, you learned to live without it, essentially.
Yeah.
They lived in a small town in Iowa. There wasn't a big, the store was in town, but you had to drive. They lived on a farm. It wasn't close. If it was snowing, good luck. Make do without it.
Dang.
Yeah, so it's just crazy. It's cool to see them embracing the tech a little bit, though, and benefiting from it. But it's still like a little. That's why I'm almost hesitant to get some of the newer phones, because we're the last generation that doesn't have Face ID.
That's true.
Once you get Face ID, our face scans are going who the hell knows where. And are they selling those? Probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, our face is gonna then be on a database. Oh, we just got 2 new faces to add on the database, Ryan and Josh. Let's sell their data.
That reminds me of the whole, like, in China with the whole Hong Kong protests, and they're trying to. They actually have these towers that do facial recognition.
It was on 60 Minutes. Did we watch that maybe or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Like, literally, the computer can, like, pinpoint and pick out different hair, different clothes. You have interocular between your eyes. Yeah, it's kind of scary, man. What do you think they have that they're not telling us about, though? Like, what do you think the military has?
Damn, that's a good one.
Stuff that we don't even, like, we can't even comprehend, probably.
I think that goes back to the Area 51. I think also, like, part of the stories of, there's aliens and little green guys walking around, is they're maybe, like, working on new...
the chest and stuff.
Yeah, and new military instruments that they don't want anyone to know about. And so to kind of scare more people off, it's like, oh, hey, there's aliens here that might zap you with a gun.
Oh,
like,
sure.
Don't even think about it. Or
come in here, yeah. Or just, like, if you see, like, a UFO stands for unidentified flying object. If you see something, they're testing new planes, technology, whatever, it would be foreign to you. So you would think it might be an alien, but it just could be a new, fighter jet or something that they're building. I don't know.
And the military wouldn't want anyone to know about, that's a UFO. Yeah, go along. Like, spread that out there.
No way.
Because if China or like Russia found out about their new weapons, it's like it's all part of the arms race.
Yeah, what do you think China has? What do you think they're working on, dude?
Yeah. Some serious
spider monkeys. Remember all the crazy Alex Jones stuff?
Oh yeah.
Human hybrids, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, so it was just an interesting thinking about that. I don't usually ever think about aliens or UFOs. Have you ever had a weird experience or anything?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Thank God.
Heard a bunch of stories, but never nothing myself.
What about ghosts?
Ghosts? Nah, nothing like that.
Yeah, me neither. Do you know who Dan Aykroyd is?
Oh,
from
yeah.
Ghostbusters?
From Ghostbusters, yeah.
Blues Brothers. He was on... Did you see he was on Joe's?
I did see that thumbnail, yeah.
That dude's crazy, man. All he believes in is, like, UFOs, aliens, ghosts. He said he was sleeping one night in his house, and a ghost laid next to him. And Joe was like, a ghost laid next to you? How'd you know it was a ghost? He's like, I looked, and the bed was indented with the guy's body.
Oh, shoot.
And then he was like, okay, so what happened? And Dan was like, I was really scared, but I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to lay down with the guy. And Joe was like, it was a guy? How do you know it was a guy? And he was like, because I could feel his dick. You should see the clip, man. And Joe starts laughing. And he's like, you laid down with a hard ghost? Like, he was like, yeah, pretty much. So it was I didn't realize he's, kind of out there. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
For sure though, Neuralink, it's like it's happening. It's
Can you invest in it? Can you buy into it? What I don't understand. Why is he doing it?
So it's
this is an Elon venture, or he's promoting a company's.
So it looks like it's part of it's an Elon venture.
Okay.
It looks like it's trying to help Alzheimer's as well.
Okay. That'll be good.
That'd be pretty good.
But someone's gonna take that and.
So you can share like telepathic thoughts with each other with the Neuralink.
So if you and I both have that, we don't even have to be talking. We can just share it.
Yeah.
That's almost like one of those. Isn't that one of those superpowers people always talk about? You can like read people's minds, but I guess they'd have to have the Neuralink.
You can share sensory experiences. If you're the one in Paris, you could mentally beam back the experience, smell, touch, taste back to your friends at home.
What?
Yeah. Sounds like a PG-rated science fiction movie.
So imagine doing that. So imagine having the Neuralink and then a VR goggle. Essentially, that's like a false reality. Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, I will definitely be doing some research into that.
You know what? I got to go way deeper because I've only just read a few little articles, but
I haven't gone deep on it.
Nah, I'm gonna get you down the rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole, man. Yeah, all right. Although you can't do that to me at night, man. You know how spooked I get, and all that. Tomorrow I'll be looking through it. Somebody also said on Joe's podcast that Joe's seriously considering is putting an extra chair at the table with a VR camera. So if you have a VR goggles at home, you can put the VR goggles on and you'll be sitting in the chair.
Oh.
Like you're there at the table with them.
Dude, that is cool.
Yeah, so I was like, dude, that would be sick.
I would totally get goggles just for that, just be a part of the experience.
Yep. So I think they're going to look into it and see how they can do that. I don't even know how you really do that. You just live stream in VR, and then you put your goggles. I don't know how it all works, but they're looking into it. So that could be cool. See, the thing is, there's really cool stuff like that, and then there's scary stuff like taking over.
We're walking like in between the two.
Very tight rope, fine line.
Yeah. Crazy times ahead.
Yeah. Exciting times, though.
Yeah, our kids' generation, that's going to be...
Nothing but technology. Like, literally, nothing but tech. Do you think schools will go obsolete at some point?
Yeah, like in the way they are now, I think it'll be like you could stream from home, so they'll stream it, and then...
Put your VR goggles on, get in your seats.
Yeah. Because teachers now they don't get paid crap. They're almost like obsolete right now. Yeah. They just dime a dozen. They could get them wherever they want.
What if they had a artificial intelligence teacher? Is that a thing?
I think because artificial, they have their databases limitless. They all kinds of data.
They'd stick to the script. They would do. Whoa.
But then it's like, who's programming the computer?
What if the teacher turns on you? What if it? Yeah, that would be.
Is it a left leaning? Is it a right leaning teacher? So it's a very interesting world we'll be getting into.
And then do you dress it up like a person, or do you just have it like a robot saying, "Hi, class"? Do you make it have a weird voice? That'd oof.
Could be also like you're in the same classroom, but it's like a screen, and it's like, okay, this is Doctor.
Just projecting the person type of thing. Okay.
Yeah, this is Professor Johnson, and then he shows up. Hey guys, and then that ends, and like this is Professor Eric or something.
Just comes in.
A whole nother.
What if they had one robot? This would be expensive, but one robot per classroom, and then you went to class, but you never like switched classes. They just changed the robot software. So like for the first hour and a half, it's English. And then all of a sudden, okay, class, have a great day. Hi, kids, it's Charles now. We're going to do math. And then it does math. Like, that would be crazy. But I think cost effectively, the screen. I don't know, that would be... I don't know if I'd be comfortable sending my kids to that.
You got to watch if you get the chance. Spielberg did, it was like 2000 or 99, he did AI, artificial intelligence.
Oh, the movie?
With Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie is so good.
Yeah.
It was so ahead of its time because they...
Whatever happened to Haley Joel Osment, dude? He did Sixth Sense, artificial intelligence, and then I don't think I ever saw... Oh, no, he was in... Actually, it was really sad. He got killed in it.
Oh, damn.
What's the movie where he does like a good deed?
Pay
It Forward. There you go. Yeah, you do one good deed and then that spreads. You tell someone to do it to 3 other people. Yeah, that was a good movie. I legit cried when I saw that, actually. And that's it. I've seen him in those movies, and that was it.
Yeah, he kind of faded out there.
Yeah, technology, man. It's one of those things where it's happening literally right now, like in our lifetime. And it's only when you stop to think about it that you realize you're in the transition.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like, they were saying, and it was like in a Wall Street thing or something, but this is like the 1890s, 1900s, right before like all the cars and the telephones and all that expansion.
This was that transition period.
Yeah, we're in that transition right now. The next 20, 30 years are going to be so insane with all the tech, with all the new inventions coming out. We're right about to get there.
Especially with not to get super off topic, all of the new virtual currencies, the way the banks are going to be intertwined, Facebook trying to come out with their own, type of currency, agnostic. So things are going to change. Internet of value. Excuse me.
Yeah, they're all working kind of hand in hand to get to that future.
New World Order.
Yep. NWO.
Is that a real thing? I hear a lot of people talk like they're the New World Order. Is that just like a nice catchphrase, or is there really like an agenda? New World Order. Bullet point, bullet point, bullet point.
I'm pretty sure probably like the most powerful families in the world they have.
They've already known about this.
Yeah, it's all been pre-planned. They're just starting to slowly build out to it.
Jeez, how long have we been going for? 31 minutes. Okay. Well, I guess we'll leave it there. Just some food for thought. We were thinking about it. I was thinking about it, and Ryan was nice enough to indulge me and talk a little bit about it. But
heck yeah, we'll definitely have some rabbit hole days coming up.
Yeah, I think we'll do probably more of these as newer crazy stuff. Like, imagine if we had these. Like, imagine if we were doing a podcast while the very first iPhone came out. Remember how revolutionary that was?
Dude, that was big. I remember that.
They put internet in the phone. Like I watched it. It was like the first time you could pinch to zoom the picture, and people freaked out because you could zoom in on it.
Yeah.
Like, nobody had ever seen that you could unlock your phone by sliding across the glass. Like, that was a crazy time. And now fast forward, and we've got Face ID.
Yeah, we got.
Well, we don't have that, but I guess we will pretty soon. But yeah. Okay, well, I think we'll leave it there then. Yeah, right.
Yeah, great topic today, and hopefully, if you guys feel like you're on the verge of something new with all this technology, feel free to leave a comment and let us know like your personal experience of
Yeah, if you've ever seen Aliens or any type of extraterrestrial, or you're interested, or you've got good links, link them down below, and we'd be happy to check them out.
Heck yeah.
All right, guys, we'll leave it there then.